The Pakistan-India conflict, a historical and ongoing struggle. The conflict between Pakistan and India is one of the longest-running and most complex disputes in modern history. Rooted in historical, territorial, and religious differences, this conflict has had profound implications for both countries and the broader South Asian region. This essay explores the origins, major conflicts, and current status of the Pakistan-India conflict, highlighting the key issues and events that have shaped their relations. Historical origins. The roots of the Pakistan-India conflict trace back to the end of British colonial rule in the Indian subcontinent in 1947. The partition of British India into two independent dominions, India and Pakistan, was marked by significant violence and mass migrations, with religious and communal lines often dictating the new borders. The division was particularly contentious in the northwestern and northeastern regions, resulting in widespread riots, massacres, and an estimated 10–15 million people displaced. Partition and Kashmir. The most contentious issue arising from partition has been the status of the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. At the time of partition, the ruler of Kashmir, Maharaja Hari Singh, faced with a predominantly Muslim population, chose to accede to India under certain conditions, leading to the First Indo-Pakistani War in 1947–48. The conflict ended with a UN-mediated ceasefire and the establishment of the Line of Control, LOC, which effectively divided Kashmir into areas administered by Pakistan and India. However, both countries continue to claim the entire region. Major conflicts. First Indo-Pakistani War, 1947–1948. The first war between India and Pakistan was fought shortly after their independence and centered on the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. The conflict ended with a UN-brokered ceasefire in 1949, establishing the line of control but leaving the status of Kashmir unresolved. Second Indo-Pakistani War, 1965. The second major conflict erupted in 1965, again primarily over Kashmir. Both countries engaged in a full-scale war, which ended with the Tashkent Agreement brokered by the Soviet Union and the United States, returning to the status quo without any significant territorial changes. Bangladesh Liberation War and the Third Indo-Pakistani War, 1971. In 1971, civil war broke out in East Pakistan, leading to the Bangladesh Liberation War. India intervened in support of Bengali nationalists, resulting in a brief but intense conflict with Pakistan. The war ended with the independence of Bangladesh and a significant defeat for Pakistan. Kargil Conflict, 1999. The Kargil conflict in 1999 was the first large-scale engagement between India and Pakistan since they both became nuclear powers. Pakistani soldiers and militants infiltrated the Indian side of the LOC in Kargil, leading to a high-altitude conflict that ended with Indian forces reclaiming most of the occupied territory. International diplomatic pressure, particularly from the United States, played a crucial role in de-escalating the conflict. Current status and ongoing issues. Kashmir dispute. Kashmir remains the central issue in the Pakistan-India conflict. Both countries continue to administer parts of the region but claim it in full. Periodic outbreaks of violence and militant activity continue to destabilize the region. In August 2019, India revoked the special status of Jammu and Kashmir under Article 370 of its constitution, further escalating tensions with Pakistan, which condemned the move and downgraded diplomatic relations. Cross-border terrorism. Another major point of contention is cross-border terrorism. India accuses Pakistan of supporting and harboring militant groups that carry out attacks in India, particularly in Kashmir. Pakistan denies these allegations, stating it provides only moral and diplomatic support to Kashmiri separatists. High-profile terrorist attacks, such as the 2008 Mumbai attacks and the 2019 Pulwama attack, have further strained relations. Nuclear rivalry. Both India and Pakistan are nuclear-armed states, which adds a significant dimension to their conflict. The nuclear capabilities of both countries serve as a deterrent to full-scale war, but also heighten the risks of escalation. The international community closely monitors the nuclear standoff, urging both nations to engage in dialogue and confidence-building measures. Diplomatic and military standoffs. The relationship between Pakistan and India has been characterized by periodic diplomatic and military standoffs. Efforts at dialogue and peace, such as the Lahore Summit in 1999 and the Agra Summit in 2001, have often been disrupted by incidents of violence and terrorism. Track 2. Diplomacy and back-channel talks have occasionally provided a glimmer of hope, but a comprehensive resolution remains elusive.